He's right. We're family.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the celebs you may not have known share a birthday with their sibling.
What's wrong with them?
Number 30, Duffy and Kate Duffy. In the 2000s, Duffy was practically everywhere with her breakthrough songs Mercy and Warwick Avenue.
When I get to Warwick Avenue.
The tracks from her debut album Rock Fairy launched her to international stardom, and it even won Best Pop Vocal Album at the 2009 Grammys. However, what many people probably don't know is that she has a twin sister named Kate. They reportedly grew apart after their parents' divorce, and Duffy, whose real name is Amy, left her turbulent home life with her mother to live with her father. After that, her mom and sisters reportedly cut off communication with her for some time. The singer is notoriously private about her personal life, so we can't confirm where the sisters stand today.
I don't know what this is, but you got me good, just like you knew you would.
Number 29, Jason and Jeremy London. These actors began their careers together by auditioning for the 1991 film The Man in the Moon while still in high school.
You want to go?
Danny, I've got work up to my eyeballs and no end in sight. There's no one here to tell me how to do it or make sure that I do it. It all depends on me. I just can't be there every time we want to go play.
Although it was Jeremy who suggested they try out, it was Jason who landed the role, while Jeremy was cast as his stunt double. Jeremy got his big break soon after in the 90s series I'll Fly Away.
Why don't you give her a chance?
I am giving her a chance.
No, you're not.
There you are.
Although apparently Jason covered for his twin in the series finale. Meanwhile, Jason hit it big in the 1993 coming-of-age comedy Dazed and Confused.
Oh, Mr. Floyd, are you gracing us with your presence today?
Might as well.
Both brothers have enjoyed long, illustrious careers. Still, given that they are identical twins, it's easy to understand why people might mix up which brother you can watch where over the years.
But what do you reckon you're gonna do?
I don't know, man. I'll probably end up signing. I just don't want to give in so easy.
Number 28, Javon and Jaden Walton. Even the most hardcore Euphoria fans may be surprised to learn that this actor/boxer comes as a pair.
Even if they know that you did this, bruh, I'm still gonna go down longer. Come here, bro.
Besides playing Ashtray in the HBO drama, Javon Walton has landed leading roles in the Amazon Prime sci-fi drama Utopia and the Hulu series Under the Bridge.
She got scared.
Oh, what?
Of what that cop said on the news. Anyone who was involved will go down.
He's also making waves in boxing under the ring name Wana, but he's not the only sportsman in the family. If his twin brother Jaden's social media is anything to go by, he's a keen baseball player. Javon hasn't shared much about his family, but he told Fault magazine that spending time with them, quote, brings him peace of mind, and there's nothing he likes more than hanging out with them.
Cut the beat for this one. Cut the beat, cut the beat, cut the beat.
Off the top, okay.
Hey, yo, Nick, it's Wild Style, so what you want to do? Isn't it ironic now some twins are sonning you?
Number 27, Aaron and Angel Carter Conrad. Aaron Carter had been in the entertainment industry since he was practically knee-high, but rose to fame as a teen pop idol.
People around, you got to. Everyone together, sing it loud. Jump all around, come on. Say it again, here we go.
He continued his music career into adulthood and ventured into screen and stage acting. Sadly, after years of mental health challenges and substance use disorder, he passed away in 2022.
I want Aaron's legacy to be more than the last few years of his life.
His twin sister Angel is a mental health advocate who focuses on helping children grow up in safe environments, seemingly inspired by her and her siblings' experiences. Although Angel once filed for a restraining order against her twin, it's clear she really cared for him. Now, she dedicates her time to helping others in ways she perhaps wishes she could have helped him.
Kids' mental health is so important. It really does start with our children.
Yeah.
You know, and I try to focus on that now because I can't change the past.
Number 26, Shawn and Aaron Ashmore. This identical pair is no stranger to playing twins on screen, yet they've each carved out individual careers. Aaron is perhaps best known for his roles in Smallville and Warehouse 13, while Shawn is likely familiar to X-Men fans as Iceman or from his recurring role as Lamplighter in The Boys.
The kid's a hero. Think of it like that.
Right. The hero.
The brothers typically seek worthy storylines to share the screen, and they found one in an episode of Fringe about 15 years after they last acted together.
Do you have any idea what it was like for me when Joshua's face started showing up on the news? I mean, every time I went to the market, to the movie, take my kids to Little League, people would look at me and see him.
That must have been very difficult for you.
In the episode, they play twin brothers at the center of an investigation. Speaking of their reunion, they said they'd been enjoying goofing around on set and messing with their colleagues.
You switched with your brother.
What are you talking about?
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Olivia.
Hang on. Okay, we went to your house yesterday. What did we talk about?
Number 25, Isabella and Isotta Ingrid Rosolini. Italian actress Isabella Rosolini, daughter of Ingrid Bergman and filmmaker Roberto Rosolini, is known for her roles in White Nights, Blue Velvet, Death Becomes Her, and countless other titles. Maybe you recognize her as the celeb Ross Bumps from his free pass list on Friends.
My friend Chandler brought up the very good point that you are international, so I bumped you for Winona Ryder, local.
While Isabella enjoys fame, her twin sister, Isotta Ingrid Rosolini, leads a different life.
On the other side of the world, she burns her hand.
We have exactly the same voice, and it helped us a lot in life, you know, especially when we were young. Because my sister is very shy, so I made all the phone calls for her, you know. Anything that just needed voice, it was me.
She teaches Italian literature and film at some top schools and wrote a book called Know Thyself, which explores Western identity throughout history. Isabella once told Conan about the fun of having a twin, but joked that she wished they had the perks of being identical.
Well, we wish to be identical, you know, it would have been fun because you hear that they have telepathic things, you know.
Number 24, Logan and Taylor Marshall Green. How often have you watched Logan Marshall Green only to confuse him with his celebrity lookalike Tom Hardy? Yeah, us too. But what if we told you it gets even more complicated because Marshall Green has an actual twin named Taylor?
Hey man. Hey Ray. How you doing? What are you doing here? Nothing. Just came to thank Marissa for the bait shop gig. It's really good.
Yes, we were just as surprised to learn this as you are. We don't know much about Taylor's career or personal life beyond the family photos and throwbacks he shares on social media. We're also not mad that there's another person who looks just like Logan on this planet.
Understanding what you hope to achieve by coming here.
What we hope to achieve was to meet our makers, to get answers. Why they even made us in the first place.
It seems he has his Hollywood doppelganger and his real-life twin, and it's safe to say that all three are quite easy on the eyes.
That was badass.
Number 23, Noah and Chloe Schnapp.
Did you hear that? That sound. Boom. Boom. No! That didn't come from the troglodytes, no. That came from something else. The Demogorgon!
Noah Schnapp, known for his role as Will Byers in Stranger Things, grew up in front of us, but many of us didn't know he has a twin sister until he shared a post about her on Twitter. He sometimes shares photos of them together and has called her his, quote, bestest friend in the entire world. Chloe was also reportedly the first person Noah came out to.
When you're different, sometimes you feel like a mistake. But you make her feel like she's not a mistake at all, like she's better for being different. And that gives her the courage to fight on.
She's been studying business in college, and for a couple of years, she's also designed and sold jewelry. These days, she's involved with the Lady Boss podcast production. From their social media posts, it's clear that despite their busy schedules, these twins always try to make time for each other.
Because you're my brother, and I love you. And there is nothing in this world, okay? Absolutely nothing that will ever change that.
Number 22, Tom Ellis and Lucy Ellis Hawkins. Ellis started his career in the UK, getting his big break as Gary Preston on the BBC sitcom Miranda. He then moved across the Atlantic and eventually starred as Lucifer in the eponymous fantasy series.
I was wondering when you'd show our face again. Brother.
Fans of Once Upon a Time might remember him as the original Robin Hood before Sean Maguire took over the role. Anyway, in Lucifer, Ellis also played the titular character's twin brother Michael. Well, Ellis would know a thing or two about being a twin since he's one himself. He has 3 sisters, including his twin Lucy.
When myself and my twin were born, at the time, we were the heaviest twins ever to be born on record.
Of course, unlike Lucifer and Michael, Tom and Lucy are fraternal twins. Plus, we imagine their relationship is a lot less fire and brimstone-y.
I win, godhood is mine. You win, You have my full support, and I'll crawl back to hell like a good little devil. When I win, you won't be crawling anywhere.
Number 21, Parker and Christopher Posey. Parker Posey earned herself the nickname Queen of the Indies for dominating the independent movie niche across the 90s with titles like Dazed and Confused, Party Girl, and The House of Yes.
A person gets their heart set on a certain thing. Yes. A person gets their heart set on a certain thing.
She later broke into more mainstream studio projects, and her career continued to thrive in the new millennium. Her twin brother Christopher took a different career path and is a lawyer. Showbiz, law, you could say both have to give convincing performances to a hopefully captive audience to get them on your side.
You love us. Smile. You love us.
We're not comparing the two per se, but there is some overlap in the required skills, don't you think?
Derek, do you think I make a good designer?
Yeah, come on.
Derek, do you think I'd make a good writer?
Yeah, would you hurry up?
Derek, do you think I'd make a good actress?
Number 20, Daryl and Evan Sabera. Daryl's big break came when he was cast as Junie Cortez in the Spy Kids movie franchise, and he has continued to find work in TV and the movies ever since.
Ew, gross.
Many people, besides his friends and family of course, don't know that he has a fraternal twin brother Evan, who is also an actor. Evan hasn't worked as much as his brother, but he was the voice of Robin in the Batman TV series.
Well, he did, didn't he? Justice.
And the brothers worked together on the 2004 film The Polar Express. Evan did motion capture for the young boy, while Daryl was the voice of Hero Boy in the film.
I believe. I believe.
Number 19, Tasha and Sidra Smith. Tasha and Sidra look identical and are both in the film industry. However, for the most part, they both ended up on opposite sides of the camera. Sidra has spent her time in Hollywood working as a casting associate, and she also created, produced, and wrote a few episodes of the digital series A Love Tale: The Series. Tasha, on the other hand, has worked behind the camera as a director in television, but fans will be much more familiar with her work in front of the camera.
Could you lay off of that for a while?
Could you go to hell for a while?
This includes Tyler Perry's Why Did I Get Married? And the TV shows For Better or For Worse and Empire.
Why don't you back off of me, Cookie? You're always trying to tell me what to do.
Number 18, Keir and Rachel Sutherland. There are many things people know about Keir. You know he has one of the coolest voices in Hollywood.
No, you can't risk being connected to me.
You probably know that his dad is acting legend Donald Sutherland. You might remember that Runaway Bride star Julia Roberts basically left Keir at the altar back in 1991, breaking things off days before their wedding ceremony. And some people might know that Keir's grandfather was Canadian politician Tommy Douglas, who is often credited with introducing universal healthcare to the country. But what you probably didn't know is that Jack Bauer has a twin sister. Her name is Rachel, and she works in showbiz too, but in post-production. Number 17, Nicholas Brendan and Kelly Donovan. Yes, there are two Xanders. For those that thought the replacement episode was all done with just Nicholas and camera tricks, well, you were wrong. His identical and 3 minutes older brother Kelly played the other Xander in that episode.
Hey, summon the goddess. Chant the chant. Let's do it.
Which one did Kelly play, you ask? Whichever one didn't have any lines. Unless both Xanders spoke in the scene, of course. Kelly also took over for his brother for a few shots in the episode Intervention, when Nicholas got sick during filming.
We were gonna bring that up.
Since then, Kelly hasn't worked much in Hollywood, but Nicholas has continued to work, mostly in television. You might have seen him on Criminal Minds, on which he had a recurring role for years.
It's complicated.
Number 16, Marissa and Giovanni Ribisi. You saw her get hit on by Matthew McConaughey in Dazed and Confused, and you saw her toast Rachel in celebration of her upcoming nuptials to Barry Farber on Friends.
I would like to propose a toast to the woman who, in 1 year from today, will become Mrs. Dr. Barry Farber, DDS.
But you probably didn't know that she was Giovanni Ribisi's twin sister. In fact, we wouldn't blame you if you didn't realize that it was the same actress in both those roles all those years apart either. Marissa hasn't been seen on screen as an actress since 2003, but her brother has been very busy.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying.
In fact, you've likely seen a few of the projects he's been in. He was even in Friends as Phoebe's half-brother.
Well, wait, you mean like this?
You'll also see him in James Cameron's Avatar sequels in the 2020s.
Well, actually, I thought we got lucky with him.
Lucky?
Yeah.
How is this in any way lucky?
Lucky your guy had a twin brother.
Number 15, Judy and Joseline Reyes. When the Scrubs producers were looking to cast an actress to play Carla's sister on the show, they didn't have to look any further than actress Judy Reyes' own sister, Joseline.
Help me wax my brow.
Judy has been busy since Scrubs with Devious Maids and Claws, just to name a couple of things.
I totally get it.
And while Joseline hasn't been as busy, she had a part in the film Instant Family, and she also had a recurring role as a paramedic on Law & Order Special Victims Unit for years.
She was unconscious when we found her. Vomit on her clothes, alcohol, probably drugs. No purse, no wallet.
Judy and Joseline are 2 of 4 sisters. One of their younger siblings, Phidias, is also an actress. Number 14, Willow and Autumn Shields. Willow, Autumn, and River. While we could be talking about things we saw as we flipped through our nature-themed calendar, we're actually talking about the 3 Shield siblings. River is the older brother of the group, while Willow and Autumn are the younger fraternal twin sisters. All 3 siblings are actors.
It's too early.
River and Autumn haven't had as much luck finding work in Hollywood, but sister Willow is known around the world as Primrose Everdeen, the younger sister of Katniss Everdeen in the uber-popular Hunger Games movie franchise.
Primrose Everdeen.
Number 13, Justin and Jason Chambers.
Any idea what Mom's gonna do when she finds out? She's gonna go off her
She's
meds.
not gonna do anything because you're not gonna tell her, all right? You're gonna get your free surgery, you're gonna get back in your truck, and you're gonna get the hell out of here.
Justin Chambers is married with 5 kids, including a set of twins. And he probably feels very at home with it all, given that he is one of 5 kids, and he himself has a twin brother, Jason. While Jason has stayed out of the spotlight, Justin has been in front of the camera for decades now. He was first discovered by a modeling scout in a Paris metro station, and went on to model for the likes of Calvin Klein, Armani, and others. He's been acting since the mid-90s, and is obviously best known to us all for his 15 years as Dr. Alex Karev on Grey's Anatomy.
You make me want to be better. You make me want to be good. And I think I can, with you.
Number 12, Alanis and Wade Morissette.
And isn't it ironic? Don't you think?
Isn't it ironic that Alanis Morissette has a twin brother? But we did think it was something that you ought to know. Although the younger generation might not be as familiar with Alanis, anyone who was alive in the mid-90s definitely knows who she is, and probably still has a Jagged Little Pill CD in a box somewhere. Like his sister, Wade is also a musician, although he might be better known for his work as a yoga instructor and Reiki master. Wade's brand of indie rock music often incorporates Sanskrit and English chants.
I teach, obviously, the movement flow yoga, and then I add my music sensibilities into it to make people soften and relax and open their hearts, and so I just kind of combine those two and de-stress, essentially.
Number 11, Peyton and Spencer List. If you're a kid, have a kid, or just enjoy the Disney Channel, then you no doubt know Peyton List.
Well, there's a shock.
Peyton spent most of the 2010s playing Emma Ross on the show Jessie and its spin-off Bunked.
Excuse me, sir. Can you have these delivered to my room?
Her twin brother Spencer joined her for one episode of Bunked, and he's found work in a number of other TV shows and movies. But he might still be best known for his role as a mysterious kid who doesn't talk in one episode of the Fox show Fringe, all the way back in 2009.
He's so pale.
He seems to be developing some sort of pigmentation.
Well, he probably hasn't seen sunlight in years.
Number 10, John and Dan Heater. Did you know that there are 2 Napoleon Dynamites? Okay, well, that's not entirely true. What there are 2 people who look exactly like Napoleon Dynamite. There's John Heater, who played the titular tater-tot-loving character in the 2004 film. And then there's Daniel Heater, who happens to be his identical twin brother, and we can only assume would have also voted for Pedro.
What are you gonna do today, Napoleon?
Whatever I feel like I want to do. Gosh!
And while John has been making his living in front of the camera, Dan has spent the last decade on the other side of the screen, as a visual effects artist on films from Rango to Avengers Endgame. Number 9, Linda Hamilton and Leslie Hamilton Guerin. Linda Hamilton landed her first role in the late 70s, and she's been acting for the last 40-plus years in a wide variety of TV and movies.
Well, let me get to my desk, check my calendar.
This includes the late 80s Beauty and the Beast TV series. But regardless of that, she will always be Sarah Connor to us.
Good morning, Dr. Silberman. How's the knee?
What you may not have known is that Linda also had an identical twin sister, Leslie. She was a nurse, but she also has one film credit to her name, Terminator 2: Judgment Day. Leslie was her sister's double in the film and appeared in a couple of scenes as well.
Get out of the way, John. Shoot!
Sadly, Leslie passed away suddenly in 2020 at the age of 63. Number 8. Giselle and Patricia Bunchen. It's true, there really is another gorgeous Bunchen sister. In fact, there are 6 gorgeous Bunchen sisters, including Giselle's fraternal twin, Patricia. Their mother, Vanya, put Patricia, Giselle, and their sister Gabriella into a modeling course when they were younger, but only Giselle went on to modeling fame and fortune. However, Patricia, who is more shy and reserved, has been a big part of her older by 5-minute sister's success. She's worked behind the scenes as Giselle's manager and spokeswoman, among other things. And yes, Patricia is married also. Sorry, everyone. Number 7. Eva and Joy Green. Bernardo Bertolucci's The Dreamers is the movie in which Eva Green made her feature film debut. Since then, she's been nominated for a Golden Globe and a César Award, the French Oscars, and played Vesper Lynd in Daniel Craig's first James Bond film, Casino Royale.
What else can you surmise, Mr. Bond?
Her fraternal twin sister Joy was born 2 minutes after Eva and took a completely dissimilar path in life. According to Eva, the two sisters are very different, but they, quote, complete each other in a way. Joy lives in Italy and is married to an Italian count. To quote Eva, quote, she's the other me, the happy me. Number 6, Rami and Sami Malek.
I know you have a twin brother. Is he an identical twin brother, your brother?
He's an identical twin, yeah. We don't look as much alike as we used to, but yeah, we're identical.
Sami Malek is a teacher, not an actor, but he did appear in one movie, a 1983 Indian film called Agar Tum Na Hote, and he did get enough credits to graduate university by performing a Greek tragedy monologue in one of his classes. Well, at least that's what his class and his professor thought.
I deliver this monologue in front of the entire lecture hall, and I get a few applause. People dig it, and I think she starts looking at me kind of accusatorily, like, where the hell did you come up with that?
In actuality, the person who performed the monologue was his identical twin brother, Mr. Robot star and Academy Award winner Rami Malek. It's true, the two brothers parent-trapped their way to Sammy's final college credits.
And she goes, how did you learn how to do that? And I go, it's just a hobby.
Number 5, Vin Diesel and Paul Vincent.
This is your family. It's who you are.
Unlike his brother Vin, Paul is a much more private person with basically no social media presence. There are reports that he works in Hollywood in editing and sound departments, but the only credit on his IMDb page is from the work he did on his brother's 1995 short film Multifacial.
I'm meeting her family, she's meeting my family.
He has stayed so far out of the limelight that most people didn't even know that Vin had a twin until he posted a picture on his Facebook page of Paul and Paul Walker, titled The Two Pauls. And then, in a reveal that shocked fans more than Letty's return in Fast and Furious 6, he wrote that the other Paul, quote, is actually my twin brother.
Any of this feel familiar to you?
No. But it feels like home.
Number 4, Laverne Cox and M. Lamar. Laverne Cox is an activist and groundbreaking actress whose nomination for an acting Primetime Emmy made her the first openly transgender person to achieve this feat.
Oh my God, can we not do this?
The nod was for her role as Sophia Bursette on Orange is the New Black.
What you got between your legs is your business, and what I got is mine.
She also has a wax figure of herself at Madame Tussauds, making her the first openly transgender person to receive that honor as well. Her twin brother M. Lamar is a composer, operatic countertenor, and performance artist. He isn't an actor, but he did appear on a couple of episodes of Orange is the New Black, in which he played Sophia pre-transition. Number 3. Joseph and Jacob Fiennes. If asked to name two Fiennes brothers, most people would probably mention two-time Oscar nominee Rafe and his younger brother Joseph, who gained recognition playing the immortal bard in Shakespeare in Love.
Words, words, words. Once I had the gift. I can make love out of words as a potter makes cups of clay.
As it turns out, Rafe and Joseph are 2 of 6 Fiennes siblings, and they are all in the arts except for one.
Might be able to stay in this house.
And that one is Joseph's twin brother Jacob, who by his own admission is, quote, very different from the rest of my family. Jacob prefers a quiet life and calls himself, quote, a country boy at heart. He works as a gamekeeper and conservationist. Number 2, Ashton and Michael Kutcher. While pretty much everyone is familiar with Ashton Kutcher, to most folks, Michael Kutcher is just known as Ashton's brother. But there's obviously more to Michael than simply being born on the same day as Kelso.
There's this new club that opened in Chicago. It's supposed to be like the hottest spot this side of Studio 54.
Michael was diagnosed with cerebral palsy at the age of 3, and at 13, went into cardiac arrest. He was only saved because a donor heart became available right away. These days, both brothers are happy and successful. Ashton is acting and co-founded a capital investment firm, while Michael is a public speaker, businessman, and spokesman for the Cerebral Palsy Foundation.
You know, I realized that through his celebrityism that I really could use that to have a voice.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Scarlett and Hunter Johansson. In 1996, both Scarlett and her twin brother Hunter appeared in the film Manny and Lowe. Scarlett was one of the stars of the film and has since gone on to become one of the biggest stars in the world, as well as a 2-time Oscar nominee.
Maybe it's stupid, but at least it's mine.
On the other hand, Hunter's appearance was brief, and he hasn't done any acting since. Instead, Hunter headed into the political arena, working on both of Barack Obama's presidential campaigns and as a community organizer in New York City. He has also been his sister's red carpet date at many events over the years. Did you know these celebs come as a pair? Let us know in the comments.
How is this in any way lucky?
Lucky your guy had a twin brother.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.